Coils are in a lot of different beds, and it's generally the least likely portion of them to fail. Whether they're individually wrapped in fabric and they can be called encased coils or pocketed coils, whether they're all linked together and they're called a lura-flex coil or a bonnell coil, it doesn't matter, it's not likely to fail. Now there are pros and cons to different approaches, and there are different measures of quality. The things that are important to consider when you're looking at a coil system are how many coils are there and what size are they quoting when they're quoting that coil count. Some companies used to quote only full size because that was the standard size of bed. But as the average size has gone from somewhere between full and queen now to somewhere between queen and king, most companies are quoting a queen size on the coil count. For it to be truly an adult quality bed, you want to have more than 600 coils in a queen size. You also want a gauge of wire somewhere between 12 and 15. You will find some beds with a finer wire, so a higher number. The higher number makes for a finer wire. If you have a very fine wire, you need to have an awful lot of coils. That really high coil count means that you've got more springs, more metal holding up your body weight. Because if you knew nothing else about beds, you buy them by the pound. The heavier it is, the more durable it will be. So the heavier the wire, the more robust and more durable it will end up being. When you're looking at those coil systems, another thing to consider is how the foam that you're using with that coil will wear. When you have individually wrapped fabric coils, it doesn't take as much foam to hide the feel of that coil system. So not a lot of foam, individually wrapped coils, you're gonna have something that's pretty durable. If you have lots of foam in individually wrapped coils, you need to start being worried about how the foam is going to wear. With those coils flipping over, you're gonna distribute the wear evenly across the bottom. When you have a linked coil system, it's gonna be a little bit less even with the individually wrapped fabric coil. Other things to think about is how is it supporting your body? When you're on a bed and the coils are all linked together, you're pushing down on a whole big section of springs. And so that weight is being distributed over a large surface area, and you're not gonna feel like you sink down as much. So if you're looking for something quite firm, those coils that are all linked together can really do the job. However, if you have a partner in bed, they're bouncier. So you're gonna transfer motion from one side to the other, and that might be an issue for you. When you have the individually wrapped fabric coils, you generally want one where the coils go all the way edge to edge. You're not going to want that racetrack around the outside of a foam encasement, because that foam encasement really, it reduces your functional sleep area over time, because that foam is going to break down a lot faster than your coils will. So that's important to consider. Also, to feel properly supported on that individually wrapped spring, sometimes you might want something that's zoned because you're heaviest between your knees and your chest, and you don't want to sit down on a bed or lay down on a bed and feel like you're in a V shape.